I'm your host, MonsterDFace, casting alongside for the first time.
And that's Scented going back into the storm to get those eliminations as Commandment on low ground. 22 eliminations in a lobby
insane.
That is this stacked. And I don't think any of the trio could do it as well as...
Let's go, baby. That is what I'm talking about. Team UA is bringing you guys the good fight, of course, featuring Fortnite here today. I'm your host, MonsterDFace, casting alongside for the first time. By the way, the MiniMiner. What's up, brother?
That's right, Monster. My first time on the mic. I'm so hyped to see all of these insane duos take each other on head-to-head today. And what better experience to be alongside the one and only MonsterDFace. It's not your first time today, is it?
Hey, no, definitely not. You know, some might say I've been through my fair share of casting in the past. Let's just talk quickly about the pricing here, because at the end of the day, this is what the pros are playing for, Miner.
Absolutely. I love the way this competition works today. This is all about the win. The win is what counts. Will we see some flopper plays or maybe even some insane height takes all today? It's all about picking up that victory royale to get yourself that $1,000 across those 6 games. This is a 1v1 situation now.
Yeah, definitely. But Felix doesn't have the HP here. He's got to be careful. He's got to pop the minis. Commandment doesn't have builds, though, so this is very much possible. And you can see he's trying his best here, moving between the builds. And Felix, at this point, will be listening for those sounds. And he should know, hey, this guy doesn't have mats. He goes for the aggressive play. One-on-one, and Felix wins with the disadvantage of the HP. Quick and snappy with the shots there of the tactical shotgun. $1,000 richer there, Miner. For the practice server admin, Felix, like, what? That was crazy.
That was incredible. Of course, using the tactical shotgun on low ground. We sort of counted him out right there as well on low ground. And what an incredible shot that was right at the end to get himself that victory royale.
Big shout out to Team New Age, of course, bringing together all these awesome resources to make this come to life. You guys see it. It's all here. Yeah, and round of applause to Miner. Man, first time casting alongside the boy. That was freaking awesome. We're going to toss a quick break. When we return, guys, we'll have more Fortnite action for you. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Yeah, and look, Booga's HP is super low now, so he's getting punished here. He has officially lost high ground, Nosh and company, and they have to come down. He has no mats. This is it. They have to fully commit right here. They break themselves down. And he hits the floor, and they're both out. And that is it, the quick right. But hold up, P-God is still going. Mi gente, he is in the building right here. Let's see what P-God can do. That's one. Huge shot right there. And can he clutch this one out already now? 4 teammates remain, 4 enemies here. He's still going. Oh my gosh,
goes down there as well as Commandment and Scented on low ground. Threats and Jumper up on height. This is what we came for. The victory royale is all that matters. Who's going to be taking home that $1,000?
Oh my gosh.
Jumper drops down. Commandment gets a shot, and it is Commandment and Scented on low ground. What an incredible endgame that was. We see low ground winning. That's not what I expected.
Miner, what a game there. I guess it wouldn't be a top tier competition if Scented and them did not show up, right?
Absolutely. We see them get second in a lot of tournaments. I think it was the last 3 FNCS tournaments they have come second in.
We don't talk about that.
Crazy consistency from them, but no, we don't mention it. I'm sure they'll forget about that. They've come out on top here, and they've got themselves the victory, which in this instance is all that matters. We see them get a lot of eliminations, and this is what's happened in this last game.
Biden, talk to me, man. That last game was pretty sick. You saw Scented, Commandment win from the low ground. You know, you kind of mentioned their history, their second place history. Why are you gonna do them like that?
I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that they've come second in a few tournaments in the past. Nothing too... I don't know if anyone knew. I was pretty sure that, maybe it was a new stat that nobody's heard of. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned it, should I? Sorry, Censored, but they did do very well in that tournament, in that last game right there, picking up the victory royale. I mean, from low ground, we don't expect it. We're expecting a lot of teams to go for height. We saw Jumper making an incredible height take in that last game, but we saw low ground doing well this time.
Ones we were curious about where Nico found the loot. It was off the volition of his sniper shot. What a big shot there.
Yeah, that's so huge. And as I talked about earlier, we talked about the snipers and how important they can be. Getting that headshot snipe and propelling you through the end game as well. Getting that refresh. Jack and Acorn up on height. They were low on mats, which may have forced them to drop down and unfortunately lose the game. And there it is.
DFace here, and of course, MiniMiner calling all the action right now. I mean, Miner, listen, you got to cast your first 3 games of Fortnite. I'm happy to be alongside you here today for this. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's been so exciting. Honestly, It's not so much about me, it's about the players on show today, and they have been incredible. Some of the high takes we've been seeing, some of the fights, some of the loot that has been got and used so effectively with the snipers we see getting headshot snipes. So, I mean, it's been an incredible time so far, and we still have 3 games to go, so it's not over yet. Nada tries to get in, they have no white heals now. This is all important for them. They do go down, and Aegis and Dejan are still alive. This is incredible.
And this is it. They have the chug cannon as well to play with. Stretch had to go into the box there, and no, it's not going to be enough, though. Dejan and Aegis will walk away with 4 eliminations and the Victory Royale. And you know what? I forgot to mention, $1,000 richer as well that they will get to split up between the two there, Miner.
Not bad at all. We saw them in that low ground position as well. Again, another low ground team popping off. We saw Canada and Knifer. Unfortunately, although they had a pop off, they couldn't quite pull it over the line and get themselves that Victory Royale. But here we see some more replays from the last game right there.
Here we are, man. We've been calling all the action. It's myself, MonsterDFace, here alongside MiniMiner, who for the first time today has jumped up on the mic. I'm sorry, I gotta keep saying it, but it excites me every time. You are killing it, bro. It's been fun.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a great experience so far. I mean, seeing these duos absolutely popping off in such an incredible format. I absolutely love this format. It's very similar to the reboot rounds we saw in Season 6 and Season 5 of FNCS. So it's just an incredible format, and it's proving to be such an incredible format because we're seeing some great plays from some great teams here today.
Have you had any competitive experience? Do you grind comp a little bit here and there? I know you do a lot of content stuff, but what about your comp side?
Well, I make a lot of FNCS finals over in EU. Yeah, no, I barely qual. I don't think I've ever qualified through finals, but opens. But you know, we do all right. We have a bit of fun. That's the main thing.
Hey man, that is the main thing. It's all about playing right, getting out there and having a good time. Dejan and Aegis on a ticking time bomb here. 12 seconds remaining, a little less now. Qua in the mix here. That's a 1v1. No, Chimp ends up winning that one too. So there it is. Big shots, and it's another chug cannon play here. And this should be Dejan and Aegis who will walk away with the Victory Royale here. All they have to do is clean up house now. And there is still one more lurking player. Who is it? It's XNB on the backside of the wall, who's looking to set himself up for the win here. But wait, he has a chug cannon too, and he falls. No, XNB had the actual chug splash cannon there and caught the siphon. Wow.
That was incredible. Once again, we see the chug cannon in use in endgame, and I believe that Dejan and Aegis did have a chug cannon, but it ran out of uses. We talked about it earlier. All those uses that you need to save for those later stages of the game, they ran out, and XMB on his own clutching up with that chug cannon right there. That was incredible. It's actually the first time we've seen a proper heal off in the end game right here, where it goes down to who has the most white heals. I haven't seen too many floppers in the game today, so we haven't seen too many of those sort of heal offs, but those chug cannons taking up 2 inventory slots are what's coming out on top. So in that instance, XMB saved his uses very, very well, probably positioned himself very well in the end zones as well, and also made sure to get those heals off right at the end and close out that victory. What a performance. To switch to another player.
Again.
Except centered on the high. Osp and XM on low ground. They are the only alive duo right now.
Qua goes up. Oh no.
Way.
Big pump. Big pump onto Scented right now. That's a punishment shot, and he's gonna have to heal here. That might have just sealed the deal. That might have just written the fate out here. Scented jumps down, and now he's 2v1 up against the boys down low. Qua's trying to come in here. It's a ticking clock, and he does not have enough to survive the storm. And another duo comes out to the top here in the final game for Osp and Xset. GG's. I mean, Miner, listen, they get to take home the last $1,000 available of the $6,000 prize pool. What a day of games, man.
What a day. I mean, this has been truly unbelievable. We've seen so many incredible plays, so many players that have popped off in both their traditional duos and maybe some new duos we've seen today. We look back at some of the highlights from that last game, some of the replays. Canada, Knifer making their way towards the end game, lost high ground there as well. So many great plays. I think it was a lot of the teams winning off low ground today, so really, really surprising, but what some great action today. I mean, it's been unbelievable.
Yeah, it really has been unbelievable, and you have been unbelievable as well. Your casting was absolutely phenomenal. We honestly, I'm blown away by how much of a natural you were. I want to give you the floor though one final time before we start to wrap things up here and close out the good fight.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for being alongside me today, Monster. It's been an incredible experience, and I'm glad that we could watch some of the best perform. Thank you to everyone for coming out today as well in the Twitch chat, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be great.
What's up, Fortnite fam? Welcome back to day 2 of the good fight here featuring Fortnite. Of course, yesterday we got to cast this here. Myself, MonsterDFace, alongside MiniMiner's debut here into the casting world. And, man, duels is pretty sick. But that was just, I'd say, the showcase, right, for what we're setting up here today.
Absolutely, Monster. Today we're back for another day of the good fight featuring Fortnite today. It's going to be amazing. Trios competition back to normal for a lot of these teams, and expect some high quality competition from all of these incredible players today. It's very, very exciting stuff because for the first time, the Aussie trio, TNA Looter, TNA Speedy, and TNA Muzz on NAE soil. They've got Retail Row uncontested today, so I'm really excited to see how they do in their first trio tournament in NAE. So it's going to be incredible.
Avery down on the low ground for Tahi, Gabe, and Sprite here. Essentially the free high ground they've been gifted, and they get to chill up for it. They fought well and hard for Nosh, though. He's got to win these ones, and he is. There goes the Siphon. It's going to keep him alive a little bit longer, but the stretch to the zone, oh, man, it's going to cost him a little bit more here. 75 HP, that's just a couple ticks. He doesn't have enough to survive the distance here. Pam is inside the zone as well. Just playing for the heal off a little prematurely, though. There's a full 10 seconds here on the rotate on in. Nosh is going to make the edit down. It's good. It's only one knock, though, but Tahi finds the rest here. Another chug cannon. Trades hands, and now the one-on-one. Tahi with the Siphon is enough for him to win the game. And, of course, high ground is going to be king, especially coming into those final zones right there. So well played. Can someone please still tell Mr. Clear Soda to change his name? GG's. Good win.
Yeah, please do, Sprite. I mean, that was incredible, though. What an incredible game that was. And we saw them take height a little bit later on. We saw Kanada and Co having height a little bit earlier on, which, as it happened, it didn't actually pay off for them because the zones were up and down, topsy-turvy. It was crazy. It was so unfortunate for them. But Gabe, Tahi, and Sprite managed to take advantage of that and save their materials on low ground, make that late push for height. And, of course, from then on in, it's pretty simple. Yeah, look at that. 46 points off the bat for them. Not too far behind them, though. Dukes, Users, and D-Roller looking pretty good. And that's what we were talking about before. Having that consistency across the 6 games is what's going to matter. We did say that, you know, $300 per win, but I'm sure these guys will be having their eyes on the prize. And that prize is, of course, first place at the end. Sprite, Tahi, and Gabe looking great right now up on top. We're seeing Fatchpam, Hamsto, and Carey there in 3rd. Avery, Booger, and Nosh put up a great performance last game, going for some great eliminations towards the end as well. So really excited to see how they do in the final 5 games. We've got Frist, Osp, and Visuals there. Looking good in 5th. Of course, top 7 do make money in this tournament, so it's going to be interesting to see who's in the next stage of the leaderboard. And here we see Acorn, Jag, and Slacks, one of our FNCS champions of previous seasons. Liege, Bankteller, and Slick right here. They're alive. They're healthy up top for Carey, Pamsto, and Fatch. By far the most consistent team we've seen here inside the Fortnite competition. Jace is going to jump down. Massive shot onto Fatch, and they are starting to turn the narrative here. Oh, no, but the exchange here is big. And remember, that's available for Siphon. And look at this. The clock is ticking here. Donnie's going to come down. He's going to fight a side angle, but it's a 2v1. It's a gun barrel out in the open, and another Siphon available here now. Can they survive this? Knifer prematurely runs back into the storm here, Miner. I mean, it's just the clock is ticking here. Can he heal? I don't know. Has he got the heals?
Oh, no.
Carey goes down. Pam is about to go down as well, is he? Yeah, and it's Knifer, Donnie, and Jace who come out on top in game 2 today with 6 eliminations for them right there. What a game that was for them there. Yeah, GG's for the boys, Speedy, Looter, and Mars. I was so proud of those guys making it so far in the end game, eliminating, Scented, Edgy, and Commandment. They did so well to make it that far, and of course, couldn't quite make it all the way, but they did pick up some great points, some placement points, and some elimination points there as well, so really great from the TNA boys.
It's the Liege now, who has to pick up the builds here. He has to pick up the clutch, too. There are so many lit players behind this wall. One shot is enough to take these guys out, but no, instead of Liege gets punished, and oh my gosh, the clutch up from the low ground teams there is just ridiculous. And on height, I mean, it's clear as day, man. They're just enjoying the weather up here, Miner.
Yeah, the low ground kings, Scented, Edgy, and Commandment, proving why we give them that name. They've got themselves a solid 8 eliminations from that low ground side. We see Edgy trying to go ahead as well, and now it's 3 teams. There's 3 teams left. I think they're all still alive and healthy for now. We're going to see who comes out on top, though. Is it going to be low ground? Is it going to be high ground? Or is it going to be the people right in the middle? Oh, no, I think it is. Yeah, look at them. They're in the storm. And that's Aviv and Co. getting in the storm. Magnolia there as well. Getting taken down by Paper, Qua, and Nico. Nico going down, of course. And so does Paper. And that's Scented going back into the Storm to get those eliminations as Commandment on low ground, trying to get his way up. If he can't, though, he hasn't got the materials, and Qua gets another elimination. He can't quite do it, though. It's the Scented, Edgy, and Commandment trio on top once again. Wow, what a game. What a game. Edgy there as well, of course, having 1 HP, just about making his way into that tiny little zone that we saw. Scented taking the commanding role of going into the zone and into the Storm and taking out those players that were in there. Just the remaining ones, maybe trying to go for a heal off, but he says, you know what? We don't have the heals to do this. Let me take on the role and go ahead and get those eliminations. They pick up $300 for that victory royale, of course, and maybe they'll go on to win the whole thing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have it. That was the conclusion of, I guess, the halfway mark here of the tournament. It is day 2 of the good fight, guys. We have been going crazy with the competitions the last couple days. I mean, having good fun up here on the mic with Miner himself. And now we get to go through the standings, though, to really see where it is that these pro players are starting to stand here.
Yeah, we're seeing Sprite, Tahi, and Gabe on top with 103 points at the moment, but that victory royale in Game 3 for Scented, Commandment, and Edgy do put them in 2nd place right there. 92 points for them as well. Nico, Qua, and Paper just in 3rd right now, and look at this. This is all to play for. Look at that. It's only, there's only 9 points between 2nd and 1st currently, and only, 5 points between 5th and 2nd. It is all to play for at the top of the leaderboard right now, which is unbelievable scenes. We're seeing Acorn, Jack, and Slacks there as well, dropping a little bit, but we're seeing Sprite, Tahi, and Gabe all the way on top there, taking a commanding position.
So all of a sudden now, we have the FNCS champion once again going toe-to-toe with Edgy, Scented, and Commandment in the end game. How's the story going to play out? They've been here before. They have exchanged blows before. They're no strangers to one another, but the champions, they walk away with it. They still got it. 22 eliminations. Put them back in the running here. Put them back inside the conversation. Game 4, hands down, was a crazy game for the champs.
22 eliminations in a lobby insane. That is this stacked, and I don't think any of the trio could do it as well as Reverse, Mer, and Dave. We talked about it, their comeback factor in Game 4 right there. Wow, that was incredible. Seeing the first in the last FNCS go against the second in height versus low ground. Wow, that was truly unbelievable. They just picked up 74 points in Game 4. One game, 74 points in 22 eliminations. This is all shaking up now, isn't it? We're going to see some crazy standings and some crazy leaderboards in just a sec, but wow, that's going to shake things up. See them do that in cash cups, in open tournaments, but on this sort of stage and under that sort of pressure, because remember, they were quite down on the leaderboard, quite far down. They weren't doing so well for their standards, but under that pressure, they perform. We saw it in day 1 of last season's FNCS. Maybe they didn't have the best day, and then in day 2, they clutched up. So maybe we're going to see some more clutches and some more incredible points from them in these last 2 games. Seeing Epic, Well, Canada, and Stretch right there just below them as we move on to the final page right here. The top 15, Clicks, Macwood, and Bucky right there. Struggling a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah, they've been in this situation so many times. We can see Scented doing his magic, rotating through old builds and making sure that he has his own builds as well. Hasn't got too many materials right now, so this is maybe where they're going to look for a little refresh. Maybe on Spade, Mega, and
he's blocking them out.
Yeah, he has with the little stare right now. And these little strategies is what these guys know. They know how to play low ground. They know what to do when someone drops on you, maybe a bit unexpectedly, and that takes a lot of determination. He is cutting them off right there. Spade, Mega, and Hurricane.
Yep, just trying to continue to work their way through. This is the team on the other side of the wall here. They're on the outskirts, and you saw what Edgy, Commandment, and crew did. They were holding them back, but Mega, Dubs, Mega, Spade, and Rokane are fighting their way back, and they're actually going to wipe them up. So that is going to be a huge elimination and denying of major points there to Commandment, Scented, and Edgy. For Mega, Rokane, they're back in this. Spade back inside the zone, but no, Jack, Acorn, and Slacks don't know where they came from, but they managed to win the game there. Just sneak their way right in, fly just under the radar, you know what, and get themselves a nice victory royale. That was a messy low ground battle there.
Yeah, that really was. Of course, Scented, Edgy, and Commandment trying to make their way on the low ground, but Dubs and Rokane and Spade had other ideas. They were thinking, you know what, we're going to take the low ground today. You know, we're going to try and be the low ground kings. Let's give it a go. They did take out Scented, Edgy, and Commandment, so maybe there's the new low ground kings right there. Probably not, but we'll see how they do in the rest of the tournament in the one game that remains, of course. Yeah, really incredible scenes at the top of the table right here. We're seeing Scented, Commandment, and Edgy, of course, all the way on top, but Slick, Bang, and Elige actually getting a 7 elimination, 3rd place in that last last game. So that's really boosted them up into contention, you know. I mean, I'd say anyone in this top 5 could take it home today. You know, maybe we need to see the Center Commander and Edgy trio go down a little bit earlier, but they have the consistency. I reckon anyone in this top 5, and maybe even on the next page, the top 10 could be down to get into that top little section of the leaderboard. Look at that. We got Booga and Nosh and Avery. Look at that, 130 points. What's that, 30 points away? We saw Reverse Mirror and Day get 74 points in one game, so it's not out of the question. On the low ground, right here, Stretch up on high. Can they close out this game? We're seeing this Chug Cannon used once again. Stretch dropping down. Maybe they don't know about that. Stretch with his gold pump shotgun can't quite connect enough. He does go down. Arkham trying to spray down and does get the elimination to get themselves that victory royale. What a game. It's going to be so hard to call, of course. It is eliminations versus placement. Scented Commander and Edgy did last longer than both of the other trios, but they didn't get nearly enough eliminations, or nearly as many as the other two teams. So what's going to come out on top? It's going to be close, I'm pretty sure, but who's going to come out on top in the end? Are Scented, Edgy, and Commander going to be able to hold out, or will another team take over that first place spot?
I live for this. Here we go, guys. The standings are ready, and in first place by a single point is going to be your champions of the good fight, Sprite, Tahi, and Gabe. Take it all home. 191 points. Oh, the curse. Second place strikes again for Scented, Commandment, and Edgy. And this time it's ever more hurtful. It's a single point. Jack, Acorn, and Slacks are previous FNCS trios naturally are up at the top in top 3. So are Reverse KD and Miro. They managed to pop off, come back to top 4. Holy, and then Nico, Qua, and Pamper, they just hold up. They hold up strong. This entire top 7 is just, they played exceptional. I'm going to extend a huge apology to Scented, Edgy, and Commandment. I'm such big fans for you guys, and I try to root for y'all so much. It might just be my fault at this point. You know, I might just take a vacation. I'm gonna have to take a vacation, guys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do that if you want. I mean, there's going to be a lot more Fortnite competition coming up soon, so don't do that. We will miss you, but it's been an absolute pleasure commentating alongside you today, Monster, and what incredible action we have witnessed. Some of the best doing it on the big stage, and some great moments from that day today, wasn't it? Just great.
Absolutely phenomenal day, guys. Once again, don't forget to get in your donations down below. Link is inside the chat. From us here at the Desto, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you guys so very much for, of course, tuning into Team New Age's channel here. If you are new to the Twitch channel, do not forget to follow. There's going to be much more competition coming, of course, to the entire scene. On behalf of the practice server crew as well, we thank you guys for tuning into our, crazy shows we tend to put on for the communities too. Check out MiniMiner. Show this man some love. Exceptional. First time ever broadcasting alongside myself here, MonsterDFace. From us, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you all.